Good evening, everyone, and yes, welcome to the Women's Euro 2022 tournament preview. It's Rich here, obviously Eagle Eye Football representing the tournament for you, alongside my co-host, Maria. How you doing?
Hello, sorry.
She can't hear
I heard
me.
none of that, but I assumed that you welcomed everyone, which is great. Hi, guys. I'm going to be guessing this conversation for the whole show, so maybe people in the comments can fill in for me.
Sincere apologies. I know there's a few technical issues,
So
but
sorry.
The show must go on. I was saying, how are you?
Oh, I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing very well. So, obviously, the tournament kicks off this Wednesday, 8 p.m. as the host England take on Austria. We will cover that live on the channel. So, let's address a few of the comments. David Lee, welcome. Oh, yeah, I sent that earlier. This is Bobby, by the way. He's on the current stream as well, so that's why he couldn't make today. Says, have a great show, everyone. Sorry, I couldn't be there. Welcome, Niall. It's the main man himself who's got that eye of a palace eagle. It's Rich. And welcome, the co-host. It's the brilliant Maria. Big up, guys. Big up to you, Niall, inside. I can tell by you smiling that you're just about hearing me.
I can hear you. I just lost you while you were talking before, so I'll just smile. And every now and then I'll just dip in and say something about women's football. I'm sure that'll work quite well.
Well, I think that will work quite well. It'll be a nice little segment. The roadshow. Now, yes. Honestly, that was fun.
It was really good fun.
Let everyone know what
it was a shame there wasn't like more people didn't know about it and could get down there.
Absolutely. I mean, we're going to talk about the whole aspect of promotion and stuff as well. But talk about the roadshow.
I have just lost you again, but hey, keep talking.
Talk about the roadshow itself.
Okay, right. So I got you now. Roadshow. Oh, it was really good. Do you know, I thought it was such a fun event and what a lovely way to get people excited about the tournament. What I particularly liked about it was it just approached it as football. It's a football tournament. So it wasn't made into, oh, there's this football tournament and it's different because it's women playing. It was just about football and it was great. So you could really get a chance to kind of experience what it's like to be at a football match, but actually be part of a football match. So you could do the VAR decisions. I didn't actually get a go on that, but I think you did.
It was very easy.
Was it easy? Okay, maybe not the kind of decisions maybe you'd be making in a tournament, but still, it was good fun, and there were loads of children there, which was fantastic. Loads of girls, which was great. And there was, I can't hear you now, Rich, so I'm just going to keep talking. There was also, you might have spoken, I don't know, I can hear you now again. There was also VAR, yeah. There was also the, what's it called? Reflexes. So you have to kind of get the, when the player flashed up on the screen, you had to kind of tap the player. I swear that the guy said to me, you double tap. So I was like bashing it twice. And he's like, no, what are you doing? And then I realized that I was just doing it wrong. But I have to say, I had quite a respectable score of 52. I did go back and look at what others were doing. And they weren't getting 52. So my double taps, they were good.
It worked out. It worked out.
I was going old school. I thought I was like double tapping the mouse or something. I don't know what I was doing. But anyway, it was quite good fun. That was good fun. And then there were little like sessions for children. So children could actually have a go at training and playing football, which was really nice. There was a stage. So there was a DJ. There was soccer size, which Rich can tell you about. in a bit because he actually took part. I didn't take part in the soccer size. It was like a full-on workout. They didn't say that. So people were coming around just going, oh, take part in soccer size. It's really good fun. It was a full-on sweaty workout. I just watched it and thought, no, thank you. Somehow Rich went along and took part. So that was, I'm sure he can tell you all about that. And my highlight of the whole thing, other than they did loads of giveaways, which I thought was fantastic. So there was like footballs, stickers. Again, if anyone's collecting stickers, I'm obsessed with it now. So I've still got stickers to collect. So if anyone's got any spare stickers they want to do some swaps with, DM me. Other than that, my favorite part of the whole thing was the studio. So you could actually enter a studio and present a football show about the Euros, which was brilliant fun. So we had to go at that, and Rich has put that up on the channel. So do have a look at that because it was really, really good fun. We had to read off of auto cue. So it wasn't, we hadn't seen the script either. So you were literally reading what was coming up. There was no practice or anything. I couldn't see, so I had to put my glasses on, which isn't an issue. You know, glasses are cool, but it was just quite funny. But it was really good fun. I really, really enjoyed that. And we did actually record a separate little video in the studio, but unfortunately disappeared. We didn't get to download it. So that was a shame. What about you, Rich? What were your highlights of the roadshow?
You know what? It's funny because I've never really been to any of these before, like for any competition. So it was just like, oh, it's nice to get down there and stuff. Very good atmosphere, very good vibe. The workers there were very accommodating, but yeah, definitely the studio. And it gave me an insight. Like obviously we're presenting over a screen and stuff, but how easy and how hard it is to present using an auto cue, you know. But then when you get the hang of it after the first like 30 seconds to a minute, it just seemed like second nature.
It was good. It was actually quite easy. I found it quite easy.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I just thought, wow, if only I had an auto cue when we're doing all of this stuff, that was brilliant. Or for those previews where like I was trying to read stuff and you're trying not to look like you're reading off of your bit of paper and you're like, da 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 da. Da, 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 and looking at the screen, or try and hold it up behind you, and you're still looking in weird directions. But auto cue's great, absolutely brilliant.
And as you said, it was so good to see a lot of young girls down there who obviously were trying to promote the game to aspire the future of the women's game, you know, and a lot of young boys there as well, which is
good.
There
were.
So all in all, really good show. I think they're doing something in Trafalgar Square, I've heard.
Yeah, I saw that. So I think they're but they're doing these fan events, and I think that's what the Trafalgar Square one is. Do you know when that is? Is that on Wednesday?
From the 23rd onwards for 9 days or something like that. That's what I've heard, but I'll double check it.
Yeah.
And stuff. I'll definitely get myself down to one of those and such.
They're definitely worth going. If people haven't had an opportunity, haven't been able to get tickets, then definitely get down to one of these roadshow things. And there's also these watch-along parties, I believe, that are happening. Obviously, you can watch our watch-alongs, which will be just as good. But there's places where you can go and you can have a drink and watch and
where else would you want to be?
In chat. So there's loads going on, which is brilliant. I just think it needs to be publicised a little bit more so people know what's happening and where it's happening. Because I think I'm not convinced the publicity has been fantastic over all the events that are going on because there's loads.
Yeah, you know what? And I'm hoping you can still hear me.
I can.
Bear in mind, bear of us, guys. There is a bit of technical issues and stuff. I sound like I'm lip reading to Maria at some points. But let everyone know. I think that's a nice segue. Like, how do you feel the tournament's been promoted?
Oh, it's quite difficult, and I'll tell you why I find it's difficult. It's a difficult question to answer. I'm obviously quite invested in the tournament as a whole, so maybe I see stuff because obviously on our social media channels and so on, we see stuff that we look at. So I get bits and pieces coming up, and I've had a lot of adverts coming up on my phone around getting tickets for the tournament. Overall, I would say that I don't think it's been fantastically publicized. Certainly in places like supermarkets, where with the men's Euros, you would definitely get huge amounts of promotion going on. So you would get stuff like promotional merchandise and so on, banners, what's the word, sort of advertising food and drink that you can buy in the supermarket. And I've not seen that anywhere. And I don't know if that's maybe down to sponsors and sponsorship. I don't know if maybe in the past some of the supermarket sponsor stuff, but I've not really seen that. And they're places where people go and where they would see this advertised. And I haven't seen that. I have to say, I did see one pub, one only, last week that has got the schedule outside saying that they're showing the women's Euros. But again, that wasn't any kind of official poster or anything like that. It was a handwritten thing that they'd put up outside their pub themselves. And even the roadshow events, I didn't actually know. Believe it or not, someone from Australia told me about the roadshow. And when I was looking on the Women's Euro website, they had talked about it, but it had been weeks ago. They hadn't actually done anything in the run-up. So I don't know. I think it's not been as good as it could be. I think a lot more could have been done to publicise this. And people I talk to still don't know that it's happening. I don't think there's been huge amounts flashing up on TV about it. I think maybe this week a little bit more, you're hearing a little bit more. But again, I think because we're looking specifically for information about it, we're seeing it. I'm not sure if your average, what's that word, Joe Blogs down the street is seeing much. And it's a shame. It's a really big missed opportunity.
No, sure. Absolutely. Just a few more comments and now I'll come back on that. A massive shout out to our boy Roland. He's designed
they look brilliant.
You'll see them in a minute, but they look amazing and stuff. So appreciate the effort for that, bro.
Well done.
Really, really appreciate that. Big up now who says that we're not far away from that 1K. No, we are not. We are not far away at all. And
I'm so proud of this, I mean, this is down to Rich, I have to say. It's not down to me, but it was, every now and then I suddenly get a bee in my body about trying to get people to subscribe. And the other day when I looked back, I was like, oh my goodness, it's really shot up. So that's fantastic.
It's doing well. And to be honest, I mean, you speak to JC and Nate as well, and we don't really care for numbers. I think the community that we're building is the most important thing. The numbers will come whenever they come, If I hadn't been encouraged to start this channel, I don't think we would have met. Realistically, we may not have been. This is how mad it is. Like Roland and Brush and CM and everyone, Nippon, David Lee, Niall, everyone who's been regularly in the comment section would not have any interaction if it wasn't for the fact that someone said, Rich, start this up. So that's what I'm more happy. I'm more happy about the interaction and stuff. Like I said, the numbers, when they come, they come.
Yeah.
And such. So, and speaking of Nippon himself, what's happening? What up, Nippon? David Lee, the main man himself. And here he is, speaking of the devil. What up, Brush? Hope you well, my bro. But yeah, I think you're right. I don't think there's been much publicity around this tournament. I mean, I was even speaking. Who was I speaking to over the week? Your friend Frankie. Yeah. And I was just saying, why is this not on BBC or ITV? Why is it ITV4? It's a major tournament.
And it's the summer, so it's not like there's anything on the TV, because we know that TV, regular programs take a break during the summer. So it's a perfect opportunity to, even if it's not every game, put some stuff on the main channels. It doesn't make any sense to me.
This is it, so it could have done so much better. Like the numbers are there regarding attendance.
Ticket sales have been fantastic. Yeah, they have.
So
they have.
That sort of attention should be mirrored by TV rights. BBC and ITV could. Yes, ITV4 has it, but does everyone have access to Freeview?
And also, it's not, if it's on mainstream TV, and we are talking BBC One, whatever, BBC One, ITV, Channel 4, all of that kind of stuff. If you're flicking, which people do, you're flicking through channels, you might run into it. Who randomly flicks through to ITV4? Where is ITV4 on my telly anyway? I don't even know. I'm not even joking. Where's ITV? What's on ITV4?
It's a good point.
Have you ever watched anything on ITV4?
Just the watch-alongs the other day. You know, it's a brush says here. Look, oh, hold on, there you go. I swear, previous ones were on BBC, and it was a huge success. Howler from them on ITV.
I thought so as well. I thought so too, but
yes, obviously ITV has it, but it's ITV4. Look at even the Nations League. Channel 4 had it. Channel 4 never showed football.
It doesn't make sense. I think that shows ITV don't have the confidence in it bringing in revenue, because obviously they need advertising and stuff around it. So maybe when they've approached their advertisers, they're not interested in the prime slots around the football match.
Daily says just repeats on ITV4. I'm sure the tournament is actually showed on ITV. It better be. I would be very annoyed if they're not even actually showing it.
They are showing it. I'm not clear exactly where it's on, but it is being shown live, I believe. I'm just having a quick look.
Let's see if I can change the date. Wednesday. Oh, it is.
Is it shared between BBC and ITV?
It's not on ITV4 on Wednesday.
So where's the opener? We don't get to watch it. It must be somewhere.
It's going to have to be somewhere, but we'll look into that.
We will find out. This is something we should have known. If anyone can look it up and tell us, put it in the comments.
So you're saying, yes, it's on ITV4, but that channel is like showing old programs like Frost. Yeah, because even when I went on ITV4 just now.
Yeah, it's not a sport. Where's the sport? Yeah, where's the sport element?
It doesn't show it on the ITV4 schedule. Anyway,
yeah.
Let's think positive.
We will find it.
We will find it. You know what? Let's go into the groups. Let's go into the groups. So here are all 4 groups. Group A, England, Austria, Norway, and Northern Ireland. England are the hosts. Group B, Germany, Denmark, Spain, Finland. Group C, the Netherlands, who are the current holders. Sweden, Portugal, who replaced Russia, and Switzerland. And finally, Group D, France, Italy, Belgium, Iceland. Now, we won't necessarily go through each team in detail because we've done that already.
We've already done that. Well, Rich did it.
You did it too. So obviously, if you want to get more information about those teams, please check out the insights on all 16 teams in the tournament. Roland's saying here, I'm surprised I didn't pick it up. And look, bro, we already, you know what's weird? I mean, our AFCON, they have the smallest of like excuse, but this tournament's held in England, and none of them have.
Bizarre.
It's mad.
Crazy.
Kickoff is 8 p.m. on Wednesday.
I would be interested to see how the other teams feel about the fact that it's not being televised on any kind of mainstream TV channel. Because there's already been a bit of a fuss over chosen venues. I'd love to see what they think about the fact that it's not even being shown widely. I'm sure we'll find out.
Stefano missing a loss. Yeah, for the experience. But Greenwood and Millie Bright.
There's some great others in there.
They formed a very good partnership, those two. You know, a bit wobbly in the last friendly against the Netherlands at times, where they're, I think, overplaying at the back. But they're just so composed. You know, very, very good partnership and such. So what I'm going to do is, as we go through each group, we'll go to Group A. Here are the players to look out for from the 4 teams in Group A. So, and big up Roland for making these. So, for England, keep an eye on Lauren Hemp. We'll discuss her in a bit more detail. And knowing me, I'll probably pronounce some of these incorrectly, unfortunately. really hope not. Sarah Sadrazil for Austria.
Yes, she is one to watch.
For Norway, Guro Reiten. And for Northern Ireland, Simone McGill. Let's talk Lauren Hemp.
Go for it, Rich.
Obviously, Man City winger, blistering pace, beats a player, lots of trickery. She is incredible. Like, I got to see her for the first time when I went to Wembley, and I was
yeah,
like,
of course.
she can ball. She can really, really play, and she's got the end product to match. You know.
Would you put her above some of the? Because I mean, certainly some of the ones to watch. I did write a list. I don't know where my list has actually gone. Would you,
David, tournament
rate her
starts this
above?
Wednesday.
Yeah. Would you rate her above some of the other big stars in the England team? Or do you think she's one to watch, like one that we think is a?
She's definitely one to watch, but I've got my eye on Beth Mead.
Yes.
Yeah, she's been brilliant, obviously, for Arsenal.
And Arsenal kind of trailblazing, really, aren't they? In Arsenal, any of the Man City girls, ladies, women are fantastic. So
they're really good.
I do think England are really, really strong. They do look really, really strong. But I do think there's some others. We'll come on to it anyway, but I think England have got a really good chance, and they are at home, so it would be nice to see them.
Oddly enough, I tipped them to win it.
Yeah, you did say that the other day, actually.
Yeah, I just think
they'll be in the final.
Yeah, their attacking strength is what will get them. Will get them there. You know, they've got like 6 or 7 players they can just rotate. You know,
and they've got an incredible manager.
Yeah, Sarina Weigmann, obviously
already got winner. 1 Euro under her belt. So already a winning manager for this tournament, so she knows what she's doing.
She knows what she's doing, exactly. And she obviously done that against the Dutch, who are the current holders as well. So you know, it's incredible. Like, as long as they remain focused and just play their playing style and such, I think they'll go very far. Obviously, there are some very good nations out there. Some very, very good nations.
Will you be buying the shirt?
You know what? I don't normally buy England merch, to be honest.
Why not?
Because I'm Ghanaian. I do quite like this top.
Okay.
I do like it, to be honest.
Bit expensive.
Very expensive. And I think that's more of a Nike thing, though.
Yeah, but you could actually get a couple of tickets for the price of a shirt. You could probably get actually tickets for about 4 games for the price of the shirt.
You literally can. Such 4. Wait, hold on. Tickets were being sold at £10.
Yeah.
So maybe you're looking at 6 or 7.
Exactly. You could go to 7 matches and forego the shirt. But again, that's another one of these issues. I mean, sorry to kind of go back to what we were talking about. If you want people to get behind this, and we know that women's football in this country isn't a massive thing, then why go for that kind of price point on the shirt? I don't know.
Yeah, I think, unfortunately for them, obviously, the manufacturer's Nike, isn't it? And they kind of
just... It's Nike, and everything is crazy prices, but I don't know. Again, I've not seen anything else out there that you can get. I'm going to have to do a bit of investigating in this, the TV thing. You carry on, Rich. I'm doing a bit of investigating. I want to find out why we can't find it.
It's mad. I don't get it. The orange one I saw looked nice. That's one they wore in their last friendly and stuff.
Yeah.
At first I was like,
Netherlands.
And then it kind of grew on me. Yeah, I got so confused.
Yeah, it's a bit.
Kicked off and I was like,
it's quite a different. It's quite. I mean, do England ever play in orange? I don't think I've ever seen an orange.
You know, so I looked up. I was like, wait, hold on, the Netherlands are not in orange. That's England. Like, it proper threw me in the watch and stuff.
Yeah.
welcome to the UK, Pat. Who do you predict to be in the final? Now, we're actually going to do that towards the end of the show.
We're going to do
go,
that.
Go through the whole tournament and decide who wins.
That'll
each
be
game.
interesting. Yeah.
We'll make no predictions. And obviously, make sure you join us with that in the comments as well. David Lee says England to make the final. Do you think they'll win, though? Do you think they will win? And such. Going into Group B, the Germany kit, yeah, it is really nice, actually. The Germany kit. And I think
I'm literally just looking at what TV channels we can find.
Yeah, no problems. The men and the women are both wearing the same kit, from what I've heard, which is great to see. Players from Group B. So
can I give a little update quickly?
Please do.
It's going to be shown on the BBC, guys.
Oh, they've changed it.
It's on BBC. So England women v Austria women. The opener is on BBC One. So it is on the BBC. I have to say, I don't really watch much live TV, and that's why I haven't seen anything advertised.
Are the other games?
Yeah, they're all on BBC. BBC Two, BBC One, iPlayer. So they're all there.
Some on the iPlayer.
So it's free to watch. They're all on BBC One, and if they're not on BBC One, they're on BBC Two, BBC Three, or on iPlayer. So there's a few that are just on iPlayer. The rest of them are on BBC One, BBC Two, and a few on BBC Three as well. So no excuses. Everyone is going to watch this, and it is there. I did think it was going to be on the BBC, and then I was a bit like, oh, maybe not then.
Yeah.
But yeah, so BBC are covering it.
Absolutely. David Lee says that he reckons England will win it. I think she might have retired now. The Germans had this player, Anja Mittag. Wait, is she playing? Or did she pick up the injury? I heard some news of there's an actual important player that picked up a really bad injury who's missed the tournament. Sure. I need to get back on. I'll double check that. Just found it on BBC One. Awesome, makes sense. Well, I'm really happy about this. No excuse for
it's on the BBC.
Absolutely, and this is brilliant. Yeah. So, the 4 players from Germany to look out for. Thank you once again for Roland to creating these. So we have for Germany, Svenja Huth, Denmark's Pernille Harder, who we'll discuss in a minute. For Spain, Athenia del Castillo. And for Finland, there we go, Emma Cole-Fistel and such. Pernille Harder, Chelsea. Now, I remember you spoke about her, and it wasn't for the most positive of circumstances. I don't know what article had done it, but I think it might be the Daily Mail, where she scored a hat-trick, and I believe Cuthbert scored the other one, and they then intentionally put harder, which totally took away from her skill set.
The achievement, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But obviously, she's going to be a massive threat. Plays in both striker role and the number 10 position as well. So she will definitely try to figurehead and spearhead the Danish attack and such. So yeah, be interesting to see how she gets on. I think a lot of eyes will be on the WSL players. Yeah,
I think so. Well, yeah, from our point of view, definitely, because obviously they're the ones that we know. I do think there's in fact, when you look at all the groups, and I don't know the ins and outs in every single team, but when you look at all the players that we're looking at the moment, every single group has got really standout players in their teams. There isn't a single team, I think, where you're like, oh, I don't know, like there's no one that stands out there. So I do think we have to approach the Women's Euros thinking of it as a football tournament, not thinking of it as a women's football tournament, because unfortunately, whenever we add that on, people expect some kind of lower standard and I don't know, something different. And that isn't the case. These are actually incredible players. And European women's football
is unbelievable at the moment.
It really is. So I think when people talk about the women's game being slower or being less kind of physical, I'm going to say it. I think in this country it is a little bit. There is a difference. It is a bit more gentle. In Europe, it is not. Those German teams in particular, German teams, Austrian teams, forget it. There's nothing there that is different from men's football. There's no gentle game. There's no, as I said, when I went to that Champions League, who was playing? Wolfsburg?
Arsenal, Wolfsburg, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Wolfsburg were rough. So I think people really have to go into this with an open mind.
100%.
And realise that they are watching football. And European women's football is as rough as any other kind of football game that you might watch. So, yeah, I really hope people can kind of look at it as a football tournament, not thinking it's something different. Just as we do with Wimbledon, we don't kind of look at women's tennis and go, oh, it's going to be rubbish or it's going to be really slow or whatever. It's not. It's cool.
It is. And on that note, I'm sure you wouldn't mind me mentioning this, but realist, he's not really watched women's football in the past. And when he was watching the England-Netherlands game, he was like, yeah, I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah. And I think everyone who gives it a chance, and isn't it strange that we have this perception? Even me, the first time I'd never watched women's football before. I was like before I'd watched it, I was just like, women's football, like, what's that going to be about? Which is stupid because I used to love playing football anyway as a younger girl. And I don't know, it's these things that get implanted in our heads. So everyone I know who's watched women's football has gone, oh, yeah, I want to watch that again.
That's it. David Lee says here women's football is first class in opinion. Yeah. And to be fair, the Netherlands did not look at it at all. But I want to give credit to England in that friendly. You know, I want to give England the credit because they were just on top of them.
But they had a massive advantage in the fact that manager was the Netherlands manager, and England have kind of adopted their method. Yeah. So she'd be all over it. So that really played to their advantage, and that's not taken away from them. I'm just saying that brilliant move to get that manager in.
It is massive. And speaking of Netherlands, their player to watch out for is Joe Rood, for Sweden, Fridolina Rolfo, Portugal, Inés Pereira, and Swiss, Leah Ortiz. So that's Group C. Now, I could honestly only say I've only seen Joe Rood play. Now, I do know some of these players, they play in like Juventus, Lyon, Barcelona, and such. And that's my aim for next season. If I can get to a Champions League game, I need to try to go to it.
Definitely. The tickets are quite easy to get, so it's definitely worth going to those.
Absolutely. I would love to see Lyon or Barcelona against Arsenal or Chelsea, whoever it may be, and get down to them. You know? Brush saying here, 2011 was the first women's tournament I caught, and it was simply because it was on TV.
Well, hopefully we'll have that again. Yeah, exactly. The fact that it is on BBC, now that we have double-checked our facts, now that we know that it is on the BBC, I mean, that's a
huge step, I reckon.
That's great. And people are always going on about how they'd love to see more football on BBC. So hopefully people will be flicking. They'll be like, oh, there's a football match on. And to be honest, a lot of people say that if they're not even necessarily aware that it's a women's match, you just put it on, you're just watching football and you forget who's playing. So hopefully people can get over their prejudices and just watch and enjoy.
Absolutely. Quick question though, because I don't watch BBC One like that. Like EastEnders, ain't that like when EastEnders is normally on?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really watch any live TV. I'm not gonna that kind of way. But EastEnders is
imagine,
Is
the
it still on at
regulars
half
will.
7? Well, they'll
Oh,
just
is it
switch it
7:30?
on.
Okay,
I
fair
don't
enough.
know. Well, I thought it was always on. I don't know. Back when I used to watch it a million years ago, it was on
Yeah.
at half 7.
By the way, they can sit down with their tea and their biscuits.
Sit down with
and
their cup of tea, but there'll just be a
Yeah.
thing on saying it's on BBC Two. So
Yeah,
they'll be fine. We're not going to worry about EastEnders. They can catch up later.
The omnibus. They have the omnibus. Do they still do that?
They still do that.
I don't know.
Sundays would just be EastEnders all day on like TV, wasn't it? But I don't know. No idea. I don't watch any soaps. I've got a clue. I'm not a TV watcher other than like Netflix and all that. I've no idea what's on live TV.
There it is. Any Dutch players going for Man United?
No, one's Man United.
I'm sure Ten Hag will work his magic for both sides, the men and the women, I'm sure. Person that gave up on EastEnders back in 9-10 after they wasted over 6 months of my life on a stupid story.
Listen, it's ridiculous. This is why I stopped watching it. Something happens and you're like, oh my God, this is going to go on forever. It's ridiculous. I completely agree. I gave up on it years ago, like in the 80s. I'm not even joking.
Terrible. And for Group D, now, I had to obviously do for this insight. Obviously, you're very busy, and for good reason, because you're always busy.
Always busy.
Maria Antoinette Katoto. I'm going to come to her in a minute.
Notice how I'm just letting you say the names.
Yeah, you kind of, even when we were doing insights, you're like, can you have this team? So you kind of like, listen,
I know, I was trying to be clever.
The amount of like retakes.
It was the Iceland names. Oh my goodness. I just looked at them and I was like, I don't want to insult anyone. I've no idea how you even say this.
Absolutely. Barbara Beninsia. I hope I've got, now bear with me with this one. Justin Van Hyvermate. I'm going to say that. I'm hope I'm correct. And here's your Iceland one. Sven Dees, John Stitter, and such. But let me go back to Katoto. She's a young player. She's really just burst into the scene, and she is just banging in goals left, right, and center for the French. You know, quick, can play up front or on the wings, and she's doing bits. Obviously, for the French, we're quite accustomed to like Henri in midfield. Yeah. And this is going to pass me by. The centre back. No, I forgot her name. I had it in my head. I felt so bad. Yeah, but she's like the most capped player. I'm going to remain captain. Wendy Renard. There we go. Wendy Renard. But this kid, Katoto,
yeah,
she's going to be electric, you know. And obviously, as mentioned on the inside, the French have struggled to get through the quarterfinal stage in their last however many tournaments. I think Katoto could make the difference this time around.
You think that's going to change?
I think so. I think that would help. And also with the success of Lyon as well, that's really going to help them. I've said Lyon are Champions League winners as well. And such. I only just started watching women's football, and it's Chelsea in the WSL, like how Bayern are in the men's Bundesliga, in how they're so dominant. No. You know what? This WSL was crazy close. You know, so Chelsea ran out eventual winners, but I believe Man City finished a point.
There was a point between them. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. There was a point.
And then it was wait, who am I missing there?
Wasn't it Arsenal?
Chelsea, Arsenal, Manchester United, and Man City. That was it, yeah. So then Arsenal finished third.
That's right.
I think they were a little bit off, and then United finished fourth.
It was really
for Man United,
close.
Yeah, for Man United, that was a good season.
Yeah,
because they've had troubles with their women's team anyway.
Yeah, so the WSL doesn't necessarily reflect the Premier League, so it's a bit different.
Absolutely. This is the moment I stopped watching it as well.
I was talking about we're still EastEnders.
When I was quality set back, yes, massive threat from set pieces, absolutely. And so, a bit too laid back at time, Rio type calmness, and that could obviously be a hindrance as well.
It can, yeah. So
Can be a
it can go
hindrance.
both ways, can't it?
It really can. It really can. Big up, Matt from Football United TV. Thank you for tuning in. So yeah, I'm going to get the tournament bracket up and ready. But would you like to any news that's been up and coming from the women's game as of late that we may or may not be aware of, and even your venture to the Premier League as well?
Yeah, I mean, general things, women's football wise, there are. So the Women's Super League has now got a big sponsor. So they're being sponsored by Barclays. So that is interesting. It'd be really interesting to see what they do with it. Obviously, Barclays were a previous Premier League sponsor, so we know that they know football. So it'll be good to see what they do with it and if it changes anything, if it boosts the game and so on. So that's something to watch. A lot of teams still haven't, the women's fixtures, I don't believe, are out yet. So we're waiting for those. Hopefully they'll be out soon. A lot of teams still haven't, firmed up their final squads. So in women's football, it's a little bit more difficult sometimes getting the players and so on. So yeah, we're kind of in a bit of a waiting game with some teams and some goings on there. Other than that, yes, I was at the Premier League last week, which was really exciting. It was great, actually. Got to see trophies and all this amazing stuff in the building. But aside from that, we were there for a listening, what they call a listening day. So they bring together, individuals, organisations who have some kind of insight, expertise, knowledge, opinion on women's football, and it was all to do with gender and equality. So at that stage, that's all we're allowed to say about it. But hopefully the outcome of that will mean that the women's game, in fact, it's not even the women's game, but that the way that women fans and players and staff within the Premier League, so that's the men's Premier League, so that I think that's why this is actually really important, that there'll hopefully be some progress in some of the issues that are faced there by women, and obviously that will trickle into the women's game as well. But the issues that happen around the women's game are different in terms of fans and that kind of thing than you would get at the men's game. So that was a really exciting day, and hopefully we'll hear more about that as time goes on, and we'll find out what the Premier League are planning and what they're doing.
Absolutely. The UK competitors, Chelsea won. They have, but the gap is really closing. It really is closing. Manchester City at the moment. I mean, I know they've lost Georgia Stanway. I think she's going to Bayern Munich.
That's right, yeah.
But their squad's ridiculous. Such a
that is something that is reflected across Premier League and the again, it's down to money again. It's exactly the same thing. City have got money across the board and they're going to invest it across the board. Others who aren't as fortunate don't have that investment, unfortunately, as we know from our Crystal Palace. But that's another story.
That's another story for another day.
Yeah.
So we're going to predict how each group's going to go.
Okay, this is going to be interesting.
Please get involved in the chat as well.
Yes, we want to see what you're thinking.
In Group A, who's topping the group?
Oh, so this is. I'm going to go England because I do think they will top the group.
Okay. I reckon.
Are you doing this as well? Oh yeah, I was going to say, is this just me?
I'm going to go Norway to finish second, and then I.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'd put Austria as finishing second.
Ah.
I think Austria are a bit of a dark horse. I think they may. They may do things in this tournament. not necessarily win it, but I think they might. I think they'll do well.
Okay,
They were runners up in the last one.
Can I not put it back? No, I can't. Oh,
It's not. Oh no. Oh yeah.
Right. So you got Rob. We're gonna go with.
You don't have to go with Austria.
Actually,
that's just my.
So UK Pat is agreeing
Oh
with
yeah,
me.
others are saying Austria as well. Yeah. Oh, got Norway there.
Santiago agrees with me. So, right, we'll go Austria. I'll give you the first one.
Yeah.
And such. But it will be very close between the two.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're all agreeing that Northern Ireland.
Sorry, Northern Ireland.
Are gonna finish bottom of their group. All right. Group B. Now, I'm crazy excited. I'm crazy annoyed at myself at the same time. I could have gone to 2 of these games, but I double booked. So I'm only going to 1 of these games, which is Germany-Spain, which will be an awesome game.
I'm now going to all the London
Tuesday,
ones. Yeah, next week. I'm going to be there as well, that one. So
wicked.
If anyone's going, I will see you there.
Yeah. But you're going to see all the group games.
Mm-hmm. All the
Brentford communities,
all the Brentford ones, and I'm looking into whether I'm going to go to any of the outside London ones, and I'm going to the final. Just saying.
Wait, you got that sorted already?
Yeah. For work purposes. Anyway, let's move on.
You're so lucky.
Let's move on.
Who tops Group B?
Germany.
Yeah, I was thinking Germany too.
Yeah.
Spain second?
Yes. Then I think Denmark.
Denmark and Finland.
Literally in the order that they're in.
Lovely. Cool. So that's Group B done. Let's see what the chat's saying. Spain to top the group.
Okay.
You know what? With the Barcelona contingent, I can see that logic, to be fair.
But Germany have got that legacy, you know.
They have. It'll be very interesting to see. Actually, that group's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Group C. I think this is quite easy as well, to be fair.
France.
They're in Group D.
Oh. Looking at the wrong thing. Who do you think is going to be top of this one then? Why do you think it's easy?
I think it's in the same order. I'm going Netherlands, Sweden. Oh, actually.
No, of course Netherlands. Yeah. No, I agree. Netherlands, Sweden.
Could Sweden shock them?
Sweden could. I was saying this, I think, the other day. Sweden are actually currently second in the world.
Yeah,
But then, and the Netherlands, what we saw the other day, they could. Well, but then they're not playing. I'd actually go Netherlands, Sweden, but it could go that way.
Just because I gave you Austria above Norway, I'm going to go Sweden first.
Yeah, you can go your way then. And then I would say Switzerland and Portugal. Yeah, because they were just drafted in at the end. Although you never know, that'd be amazing. Can you imagine if they went through and won the whole tournament? It'd be so funny.
UK Pat says there, Sweden, Netherlands, Switzerland, and Portugal.
Okay.
We're not too bad. Like, we're both very close with the chat's kind of predictions as well, which is good.
Yeah. I think there are some clear sort of front-running teams in this in the tournament.
We've had nothing wild at the moment.
So France.
You know what? I have to revisit Group A. It's 4th of July. England need to take that out. Happy Independence Day to our American fans out there.
Yeah.
And such. France.
See, this is a hard one. I think France first, but then I'm a bit at a loss of what I would say comes second. I think this group, no offense to this group, this is a bit like the Duff group. It doesn't excite me as a group, but I mean, France will be awesome. France, I'd say Belgium, maybe.
I was going to say them. I was going to say Belgium as well.
And then Italy.
They're on a good run, you know. Iceland.
Yeah, but are they going to beat these? Are they going to beat these ones? Because their runs haven't necessarily been against some of the, these teams, have they?
Yeah. Once again, look.
France and Belgium. Yeah.
Yes, lovely. So that will bring us to the knockout stages.
Okay.
So according to this, it's Sweden versus Belgium. What a
I'd
game.
go Sweden. I'd go Sweden on that one. Yeah.
England versus Spain. No, I'm going England. I said they're winning the
I'll
tournament.
let you go England. Yeah, go on.
All right, then you can pick between France and Netherlands. Then
Netherlands.
you said that with chest.
Yeah.
And then Germany will be Austria.
Oh, that'll be a close one, I think.
This semi-final is unreal. England, Sweden.
I'm going to say Sweden. Sorry, England are going to bottle it. We're going to get all hyped up. This is the point where the country gets behind women's football and it's all going to go downhill. Sorry, England. Sweden are going to beat them.
Wow. Just so you know, I am rooting for England, but
I know you're rooting for England.
We're taking.
I'm just looking at facts.
Fair enough. Germany against the Netherlands.
Oh, see, that's hard. I'm
gonna say Germany. I just think the Netherlands are.
I think I'm going to say Germany as well on that one, actually. Which gives us Germany-Sweden final. I think it will be Germany. I don't know. I reckon Germany. I think it will be Germany. They've won like every single tournament bar about 3. Not that it means it will happen again, but yeah, that'd be nice. We've got that comment down there. Sweden winning in the.
I'm going Sweden. If this is the final, I'm going Sweden.
Okay. Click on Sweden. And they get to win that beautiful cup. That cup is gorgeous, I have to say.
Really
absolutely
nice.
Stunning. Silver with a beautiful crystal ball. Sweden.
Honestly, cut stages could be crazy exciting, actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, according to
what are people saying? Others are saying it's Sweden, England, Germany. Yeah. England win the final, Sweden to win the final. David said Germany, yeah.
We did it in a very nice diplomatic and democratic way.
I know, that was very nice.
It was very nice. I mean,
if you had some of the others on, you probably would have had much more of a debate there and a bit of an argument. I think you're being quite kind and polite.
But yeah, obviously we will just keep tabs on this.
What's your own prediction? You're going with England. Do you think England are going to win?
I think their attack will be enough. As long as they're defensively sound, because I know they have their lapses in concentration. I think they'll be fine.
I'm going to go with Austria just to pick a bit of an outsider. Listen, they were in the final last time. You can't. They have got some amazing players. They've got top Bundesliga player there, Bundesliga player of the year, Nicole. What's her name? Nicole Biller, I think her name is, or Nicola.
Yeah.
Nicole. They've got some amazing players in Austria, so you can't discount them.
I'm not going to rule anyone out. I promise.
Good.
I promise. So yeah, I guess that brings up. That's a nice preview.
Nicely done. Very good. Perfect timing as well.
Lovely timing and such. So everyone can go back and watch EastEnders on repeat or whatever.
Watch EastEnders.
And such. David Lee says here that Gabriel Jesus has just been announced.
Oh.
And he reckons that Belgium are the outsiders.
Oh, okay.
It's a decent shout. So yeah, now that we've cleared up where the game's going to be, which is good.
Yes, BBC, everyone.
Oh gosh, brush.
Oh dear. Boom, boom. I've seen so many of those. There's been loads, various puns there
Indeed,
this week.
indeed.
What with Salah and so on.
Oh gosh. So Wednesday, probably kick off the stream about 7:50 for the watch along England versus Austria, which kicks off on Wednesday, the 6th of July. Just 2
BBC
days
One.
on BBC One. I'm so happy that's been cleared up.
Yes.
On BBC One. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a great tournament. Lots of good football, lots of goals and stuff. Follow the whole tournament with us. We're aiming to cover every game in the tournament. So if you don't see me or Maria, then you'll hopefully see Tariq, CM, Bobby. They've all agreed to help out with watch-alongs as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, no,
and we'll be at a lot of the matches as well. So look out
Yeah.
for socials and
Yes, we'll cover that, yeah.
as well.
And such. Will definitely be at the games. I wish I was at one of them, but it is what it is. It is what it is.
We have lives as well. There are lives outside football.
Lovely. And also, big up David. I'll be there. I appreciate you. Always supporting. So yeah, other than that, as I said earlier, road to 1K. But most importantly, just keep it locked in because we're building an amazing community. The
Yes.
numbers, I don't care. When they come, they come. As such, I'm proper delaying the one chip challenge. That's what I'm doing. Take your time.
No, come on, guys. Let's get to 1,000. Keep spreading the word, subscribing, and getting everyone to follow because we want to get to the 1,000. Thank you.
Don't be a star.
I will. I'm going to now put on every single social thing that I've got. I'm going to do a bit of a push to get you up to 1,000. I'm going to reach out to some really big channels and say, hey, guys, could you do us a little push, please? We'll soon get there. We'll soon get the 1,000.
So I was saying, remember, watch along on.
Oh, it's all gone. All gone.
That's what I was meant to
all
do.
over the place.
There we go. You throw me off. The watch along is this Wednesday evening. Guys,
Those pictures are brilliant.
Thank you so much, guys. Like, share, subscribe, and all of that. Oh
Thank you.
Let's
Share
get
on
some
your
luck.
channels as well so we can get to the 1K.
100%. And also, if you want to jump in the watch along, let us know and stuff. We'll
Yes.
share the link with you guys.
Get in touch.
As well and such. And big up and Rich Maria enjoyed that, and
Oh,
we did
thank
too.
you.
Thank you very, very
Yes.
much.
Brilliant.
Right. Let me stop waffling.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.